Reed lathered deodorant on every morning. He did precisely 5 layers of deodorant on each armpit to prevent his sweating in public. Whenever he reached the bottom of a deodorant stick, the plastic circles reminded him of crop circles. What was the deodorant telling him? He always thought that someone was trying to communicate with him somehow. Reed worked at a sub shop. They always put him at the register where he had to communicate with the customers. His boss expected him to be outgoing. It didn't come easily to him. He felt like there was a booger in his nose. He smiled and tried to pretend there was nothing wrong. A customer would come in, and he could feel the boogers in his nose and felt like they were all hanging outside his nostril. Reed felt like everybody saw the boogers in his nose, but was too polite or too mean to tell him. He tried to breathe through his mouth instead to keep the boogers from launching. That raised the issue of breathing into the customers' faces. He wished he had some gum. He did not feel comfortable. On his way home from work, he decided that he wanted a root beer float. As the ice cream melted, the soda made the ice cream bubbly and foamy. It reminded him of spit bubbles. It was hard to drink cold spit, so Reed had to throw his drink away. The next day, Reed went to his friend's house. He wasn't smiling, and his friend asked him, "What's wrong?" That upset Reed. He wasn't happy, and his friend commenting on it just made him more frustrated. He felt like his friend thought that his mood was wrong, that Reed was wrong. He decided to act happy so they would stop wondering. He felt like he had to wear a smile, and it got stuck on his face. His mind told him to stop smiling, but he couldn't let anyone think that he wasn't happy. He felt like he was lying to himself. He believed that everyone else was actually happy while he was just faking it. That made Reed feel like an alien, like he was different than everybody else, that he was wrong somehow. When Reed woke up, he did not feel well. He didn't feel like he even had the strength to get out of bed. Reed felt like he was in a dream world. Everything was dulled and fuzzy feeling. He felt like he was in a white circular room with no doors and no windows and nothing to do. He felt like he was living in the Matrix, and if he killed himself, he would wake up. The next day, Reed felt good. He felt very good. In fact, he felt like he could do anything. He went to the store by his house and bought an expensive lunch. While he was eating, he saw some girls pass by. One of them put their hair behind her ear as she passed Reed. Reed knew it was because she liked him, but he just smiled and continued eating his lunch. Reed was walking to his friend's house. He went through a back alley that he normally avoided. It wasn't very safe there. Today he didn't care. Today nothing could hurt him. When he got to his friend's house, his friend noticed he was acting differently. He mentioned it to Reed. Reed didn't like it. Reed felt like his friend was trying to bring him down. Reed started yelling and they got in a fight. Reed left and went home, very angry about his friend being such a jerk. Over the next few days, Reed felt like he was losing steam. He started thinking about his actions over the last week. He felt bad about getting angry at his friend. He knew his friend was just trying to help him. Reed didn't know why he got mad at people who tried to help him, but he did. He felt alone.